Good morning, students. I'm Amitabh Ghosh from Great Mission Public School, Himmatpur Block. And as you know, I'm teaching you information technology as a computer in a computer science subject. And course code for this book is 402. Student, up till now I have shared 3 videos. One was on editing a document and 2 videos on formatting a document. Now in today's video, it's a short micro chapter which is on creating and using table. How you can create a table in LibreOffice. What is the use of a table? Uh, in a table, as you know, the basic element is a cell. So composed of cells can form a column and a row. So all this stuff will be carried today in this online video tutorials. Please stay tuned with me, and if you have any difficulty, do message me or ask me question via WhatsApp or via phone call.
Welcome back, student. So we are starting a new chapter today, creating and using table. In this micro chapter, we would be covering up the following topic, that is creating a table, modifying a table, deleting columns and rows in a table, splitting and merging tables, deleting the entire table, copying a table, and moving a table. Well, all these subtopic is covered up in LibreOffice Writer. So without wasting our time, let's start today's session. So let me minimize this, and my LibreOffice Writer is already on. So I click on Write a Document. Here we will be creating a table. Now if you check this icons below menu bar, you'll find a grid type of icon which asks you to insert a table, or the shortcut key for inserting a table is Ctrl plus F12 function key. So click over here, and these are the grid lines where the first number represents column and the last number represents rows. So 10 into 5, that means 150 cells or grids are there in creating a table. If you go for more option, then you can check the different general settings. How many columns if you want to add, you can select it from here, or how many rows you want to add, you can select or type it here. Means if you want to have more than 150 cells, that is 10 into 15. Here 10 is column and 15 is row. Then you have to click on more option and you can select your choice. See, you can add more than 10 columns by this method, and also you can add more than 15 rows. Alright, so let me show you. I'm taking 8 into 10 table, that means 8 column and 10 rows. When I click over here, you'll find a grid of lines is created. So if you properly count, there are 8 rows and 10 columns. That means total 80 cells are there. Now below this status bar, you have different type of options. Like the first one is row above, row below, column before. All these stuff I will explain you one by one. So if you check page number 214 of your book, figure 7.2, the same table I showed you when you go for more option. Alright, so that particular table will be shown up. Now, how to enter a data? To enter a data is very easy. Let's suppose in first cell of the column and the row I'm entering student, and in second cell or the second column I'm entering subject. So what I did is I just click on the cell. Once my cursor starts blinking, it allows me to enter the data within a table. Alright, so this is how you can enter the data in a table. Now, how to modify your table? Let's suppose you want to add something in a table. Let's suppose you want to add a single row over here in this line. If you add a single row, what you will notice is once the row is added, this current row would be shifted downwards. So if you right click on this area and if you click on insert, you will get different options, 3 options for rows and 3 options for columns. So if I want to add rows below the current selected row, I click over here and one of the entire row will be shifted downside. If I right click and click on, if I right click and select insert and if I select row above, so what it does is selected row was shifted downward and above the selected row one row is added. Likewise, if you want to add column, select the column, right click on it, click on insert, and this time you have three options. Column before means the selected column will shift towards right side and in the current position a new column is added. Let me show you how. So click on insert, column before. Do you see that? Current column move right side and the new column is added to the selected position of the column. So this is how you can insert rows and columns. Now if you want to delete rows and columns, it is also very simple. You right click on it and click on delete and then select delete column. That current selected column will be deleted. If you want to delete row, then place your cursor to extreme left hand side of the line to select the entire row, right click on it and click on delete rows. So the selected row will be deleted. It's the same icons that you are seeing here, it also does the same thing. And if you want to delete multiple rows and columns, you have to select that particular column which you want to delete or which you want to add. If you select 2 columns and if you go for an option insert, then 2 rows will be inserted, and if you select 2 rows and if you right click and click on delete rows, 2 rows will be deleted, and likewise same operations happen to the column also. So there is a chart in page number 250, figure 7.4, selecting different parts of a table. How you can select the table that through single click, double click or triple click. All these options has been given in the action part of the chart. Now let's move to the next topic. I showed you how to insert and how to delete rows and columns. I also showed you multiple rows and columns can be added or deleted. Now what is split and merge? Now when I'm talking about split, that means the current cell or the row or the column that you are selecting, it divides into two equal parts. Like if I right click and if I click on split cell, you'll get an option split cell into how many parts. By default it will show you 2, and in which direction it splits. By default horizontally I selected, so it will divide the cell into two parts. Let me check it out. So if you have noticed, it shows you nothing but the bottom part of the row is being splitted into two parts. Let's say I'm taking two rows and I'm doing the same thing once again to split cell into two parts. So that particular cells, once divide, it is dividing that row into two parts. This operation looks similar to inserting rows in a table, but the difference between split and inserting row is insert will add the current row either downwards or upward, but split means it will break the current row into two parts. This can be identified once you enter the numbers or the value within a table. Now, how to merge row? If you want to merge a row, select any two rows or select any two columns, right click and click on merge cell. Merge cell means it will join two cells into a single cell. So as my row is selected, so what it does, it multiple cells that was selected has been joined into one. Now if I want to merge two columns, what will happen? Just check it out. Right click and click on merge. Hold on a minute. So if you want to merge two columns, you right click on it and click on merge. So what merge did is it joins two columns into a single column. So please note it down that split will divide a single row or column into two equal parts. However, a merging cells will join together into a single part. Now if you want to delete a table, what you will do, select the table. Once your table is selected, either you right click on it and click on delete and then click on table. This is one option. The second option is click on table menu, then click on delete and then click on table. This is similar to the selection of right context menu. Now if you notice, there is one similar icon at the bottom of the status bar, above the status bar. So this is the icon of deleting a table. If you click over here, you'll find your table gone. Now if you want to duplicate a table, what you can do is select the entire table, then click on edit menu and then click on copy. Now let's say if you want to paste that table over here, so you right click, you go to edit and click on paste. So you will notice the entire table or the copy of the table is pasted in a LibreOffice Writer. If you want to move the table, then in order to move a table, you have to follow cut operation. Now, how can you do that? Now, in order to move the table, you have to follow the cut operation. For that, first select the table, click on edit, click on cut. Cut will copy uh, the table from the selected table, and if you want to move that table to another location, then again go to edit and this time click on paste. Now if you have noticed, my table moves from here to here. The difference between copy and cut is copy will make a duplicate or the identical table compared to the original table. However, cut operation will copy the content of the table and it will move from its original location to the selected desired location. So that is it for today. I hope that you understood the concept of creating, modifying and deleting a table. In the next session, we would be discussing on the topic printing a document. See you tomorrow, students.